What's up, you guys? Andre here with Jack of All Trades. Today's video is going to be on dumpster rentals. Is it profitable? A lot of people are thinking that you can make a bunch of money with this business, which you can. You just have to do it in a certain way. But I'm going to talk more specifically about smaller guys like me. Let's say one dump trailer, 2 or 3, maybe 5, but not the big guys that have like 10, 20, 30 cans and they're going from can to can. I want to be a little more clear for the guys that are just watching YouTube thinking about getting into this business, and they see videos making, $10,000, $20,000 a month. And no one's talking about the months that they're not renting their dump trailer and they're posting them up for sale because they're going bankrupt, because they can't rent out. A lot of guys just go out, buy equipment for this business because they saw a couple of videos, or they see people on Facebook Marketplace renting them for $350, let's say. They go buy it and they try rent it for $350, and they realize that, hey, I'm not getting any calls. Let me drop my prices lower. Let's say $300, somewhere at $250. And after they really add up all the expenses that it costs into, dropping that can, picking it up, paying the dump fee, and then there's like no money left in their pocket after their wear and tear, because a lot of guys that are just doing this as a side hustle, they're driving nice trucks, nice wheels. All that stuff costs a lot of money to maintain. And the big guys that are making the big bucks, they're driving the basic equipment. They're not modified. They're nothing. They're just using the stuff for work. And yes, they're making money because they're going from can to can. Unlike us, we're going from a dump trailer and then we're going to our work or to our house, whatever we got going on. We don't have that many cans, and it's very rare. Even if you have 3 cans, because right now I have 3. I mean, I'll have it rented out twice at some point. I've had it before, but that's very rare. Most of the time, it's just 1 can that gets rented out, which is a dump trailer, not even a can. I just call it a can for easier understanding. But it's hard to make money in this business. And I'll show you guys how much time it costs me to rent this trailer, pick it up, and dump it. And I'll tell you guys how much money I'm gonna make. So I had this trailer sitting here for about 3 days. I charged the same price for 1 to 3 days. Seems like a very light load because it's bagged. Looks like they were respectful. I don't know, kind of feels like insulation in here. I don't even know what it is. I'm not gonna open it, but it's light stuff, so I don't think the dump fee is gonna be crazy big on this one. So this dumpster is gonna be on the higher side profitability wise, but it's still not gonna be as good because I had to drive out here 50 minutes to drop this dumpster, and I'll tell you guys the total math by the end. One thing to keep in mind if you plan on going full-time into this business, because that's really the only way to make a lot of money doing it, is you better love driving. If you don't like driving, this is going to be a challenge because most of the day you're going to be on the road. So I typically drive out to this landfill, which is a little further out than my house. Right now it's kind of on the way for my other job, so it totally makes sense to use it, and it's going to be way better to use it. But I still drive out to this landfill even when I'm not in the area because it is the cheapest one in my area, and it's prorated. 15,300 pounds right now going over scales. And being prorated allows you to be more profitable. A lot of landfills are going to charge you a minimum 1 ton fee or 2 tons fee, so that kills your profit if you're under. Right now I'm totally under 1 ton, so it's good that I'm coming out here because I'm not paying the full tonnage. Love this dump trailer. I just had another random guy with the same exact trailer but 16 footer right here dump. This is the load. Let's see if everything slid out. Sometimes it doesn't because I have D-rings, but yeah, everything came out except this thing. The total dump fee for this load was $69.30, 0.99 tons, which is basically, let's say $70 for easy math. So 325 minus 70, you're left with 255. This dumpster rental cost me at least 4 hours. It was probably around 4 hours and 15 minutes to 4 hours and 30 minutes. And that's being efficient because it's far. So I'm including the drive from my house to the customer's drop off, then the drive back home, and then the drive from my house to the customer, then from the customer to the landfill, and then home. So total, it was a little over 4 hours, but for easy math, let's just say 4 hours. That is $63.75 left in my pocket, basically per hour. but that's not counting any wear and tear, any fuel. So in reality, that number is a lot lower. But imagine if this dumpster cost you $135. Let's say it was very close to 2 tons, but just a little under, like at 1.95 or 93, whatever. Because it does happen. It has happened to me, and I barely broke even on that dumpster. After dump fee, after drive, after fuel, after my time, I almost made no money. So you always have to make sure that your company is making at least a little bit of money, because if you're not making money, there's no room for growth. And once your equipment breaks down and you don't have money to fix it, you're out of business. So let's say it cost me $135. That leaves me with $190. After 4 hours, that I'm doing the same math as the last one. After 4 hours, it is $47.50. Man, that is not a lot of money. If you work for someone and that's how much you're making per hour, yes, you are making good money because you have no expenses. You didn't spend any time looking for that customer. Everything was given to you and you just took care of the business. So yes, you make money. But when you find the customer on your own, you talk to the customer, a lot of stuff gets involved into this. But right now I'm just counting the drive and it's $47.50. What about after all the expenses? You're left with maybe $20. It's really not much money. Yes, it's better than minimum wage, don't get me wrong, but it's not much. So in reality, you need to have a ton of dumpsters and you need to have a route and you need to have a reputation, because if you're not getting calls every day constantly about dumpster rentals and you're not scheduling them, then this business is going to be very hard to make money. Trust me. I know from experience. I thought it would be easy, and in the beginning I was thinking about getting a roll off right away with not even knowing the area, nothing, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I started with dump trailers, because it's hard to rent even dump trailers. Have one can and you'll see it's even hard to keep that one busy, but if you have like 3, 4, they're just going to be sitting, especially if you rent a yard. That's going to cost you money monthly to continue paying for the storage. I'm going to share another example, and this is the ideal example. Let's say it's $325 to rent, $25 dump fee because it was light items. You're left with $300, and let's say 30 minutes one way 4 times, you're left with $150 an hour. That is good. This is what I want, but it doesn't happen all the time. It does happen, but it's very rare. In reality, it balances out to about, you get good ones and bad ones, and you're kind of left in the middle. So you have to keep that in mind. It's not all easy money. Now, if the dump fee goes over 2 tons, I don't charge $70 a ton. I actually charge $95, and it's not prorated because my truck is eating more diesel, getting more wear and tear. My trailers are getting more wear and tear. I'm burning more tires because I'm hauling heavier. Risk of stuff breaking when you're hauling heavy too. So if it's let's say 4.5 tons, they are paying for 5 tons, full amount, $95 a ton on top of, so basically they would pay for 3 tons, $95 because the first two are included. So you have to keep this in mind, because if you're not charging for this stuff, you will go out of business. Trust me. Sooner or later, when stuff will break, you won't have money to pay for it. And even like this, what I'm charging, it's what, $25 difference? That's not that much money per ton, because usually it's just like a ton, so you're only making like 25 extra bucks. But in reality, long term it adds up, so you definitely still want to charge. Doesn't sound like, a lot, but it will add up. I hope you guys found this content helpful. I just want to be as transparent as possible, because a lot of people don't share the exact numbers, and this business looks like it's a great money-making business as a side hustle, which it can be, don't get me wrong, but you have to have a little bit of luck, and you have to have closed jobs. You have to find them often, because the further out you go, the less profit you're going to get. And yes, you can charge extra for that going further out, but the problem is there's someone else in that area further out charging probably less than what you do. So if you're raising your prices even more, it gives the customer another reason to shop around, and then you're not even going to get that business in the first place. So for me, I'd rather keep my prices the same and make a little bit less money than make no money. So that's just me. But if you guys enjoyed this content, please don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Saw you glance, your everlasting light. Met your eyes, razor sharp, cut right through the crowd.